I pump my own gas. It's fun.
I hope you guys don't think I only drive the Prius. This is actually my other car. This is a 2004 Lincoln LS V8 Ultimate. This is the one that has the same engine as the Jaguar XJ8. Let me give you a quick tour around the car so you guys don't think I'm always rolling in a Prius. This is the kind of car you take when you want to go out. Of course, the Primal MT does not fit in this thing. Here it is, guys. This is one of the most rare Lincolns ever made. Now, when I say rare, I mean it actually doesn't have a Ford engine. This particular one has a 3.9 small block V8 making 280 horsepower. In case you are wondering, well, why do I have HIDs? This was basically a $50,000 car in 2004. The one I have is the highest trim level ever offered. This was the big bad boy of the day. Now, when this car first came out, not this particular one, this is the second generation model. When the first gen came out, it was car of the year. My particular one is the LS V8. It has the really nice dual exhaust. Look at those nice chrome tips. It's actually the same as the Jaguar. It also has the rear parking sensors. This is before Lincoln really decided to put in cameras. This is the highest trim level, the Ultimate. It's got a THX sound system. It's actually got some of the best sound I've ever heard inside of a car. This was really what got me into audio when I was younger. Look at how fat these tires are. A lot of people think this is like the Lincoln Town Car, the Crown Victoria. It isn't. This is a rear-wheel drive. That's the only thing similar. The weight distribution is so incredible that it actually beat the BMW 540. I think it was a 2002 model at that time in the slalom test.
The 2003 Lincoln LS V8 and BMW 540i recently went head-to-head in a series of handling tests. The result? The LS V8 out-slaloms, out-corners, and has better handling performance than the BMW 540i, the new Lincoln LS V8.
No other car has ever really beat the 540 of that time. That wasn't ridiculous, but this car did. Let's take a look at the interior. This is going to be something you're definitely going to be surprised by. The interior is just basically remarkable in this car. Look at how clean everything is. This is just a random floor mat from a Kia Optima that I had. This thing has heated and cooled seats. Now notice this perforated leather. There's actually an entire fan unit in this car. Now the system does work. It is not the best. I think some really overweight person sat in that one and crushed my air duct, so the cooling function doesn't really work on the passenger seat, but everything else is really, really nice. Look at this interior. Let me turn the lights off. Yep, it says Lincoln, guys. Freaking Lincoln. Right here we have the cooled seat, heated seats. We have the select shift automatic 5-speed transmission. When you put this thing into first gear, there is a kick. Audio is incredible. This car also has nav, which is pretty much unheard of for these cars at the time. And the touchscreen, this is all factory. Right over here, I'm gonna look at it, blah, blah, blah. You guys see that? Yeah, freaking navigation system. It actually freaking works too. The screen is really good. The audio, THX, man, really, really nice. Soundmark audio system. Really what I like about this car. The steering column is power adjustable. There's a control mechanism right over here, goes up and down. Now of course I have this 1970s style steering wheel cover, but on the inside the steering wheel is wood grain on top. Don't worry about the check engine light. If you've ever had a Lincoln, this is something you got to get used to. I probably just need an oxygen sensor, no big deal. Now this car is really high miles, 146,000 miles. Everything is basically like new inside. Look at that. It even has automatic rear view mirror that auto dims. It has the built-in compass direction, which I don't know what the point is. Probably they were bundled with the cars that didn't have the nav systems. But you know what? When you look at the inside of this car, it really isn't that big. A lot of people think, oh, the Lincolns are really comfy. Well, look at the width of this front seat. It is freaking huge. It is bigger than my entire hand. Now, of course, that contributes to a lot of the seat comfort. You have really good side bolsters. They basically like come right out of that seat. Insane. I like it. We have a sunroof, which of course, you know, if you had an older car, you know you shouldn't get a car with a sunroof because it's definitely gonna leak. But no big deal. The glove box in this car is a little bit funny. It doesn't fit anything inside. Now, actually, if you know anything about the Lincoln LS, you would know that the first generation model had the 6-disc changer inside the glove box. My particular one, check this out. Check this out. Oh yeah. The 6-disc changer is right here behind the nav system. This is all factory, guys. A $50,000 car from, you know, 2004. This is what you would expect. You have adjustable pedals. They move in and out, you know, for some taller or shorter people, whatever the hell you want. You have a bunch of seat controls, obviously your adjustable lumbar support. The back. Now, the back in this particular trim level is very, very interesting. Since this is the THX model, the rear seat is completely different. When this car first came out and they decided to put the THX audio inside, they modeled the entire car to basically fit the acoustics of the sound system, because the system is pretty much designed for a certain space and to produce a certain amount of spec.
In the club with no ID, knows I'm a jockey from VIP. Let me crack that soldier boy, that Superman, that hold on me.
And now let's put in this Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication CD. Oh, this is a classic. Californication right here. How low, how long will I slide? Separate my side. Guys, I can't sing. Let's just...
Now, also check this out. We have rear heated seats. And yes, they actually do work. It's a little bit bright outside right now. You can't see the lights, but they do work. I have used it. The seat is really, really comfortable. Look at how contoured the seat itself actually is and how thick the doors are. Man, this is like one of the most beautiful cars you could ever buy. The ride, it is remarkable, guys. This particular one has what they call the sport suspension. The wheels are from a 2002 model year, not this exact car. This one did originally have the chrome wheels. I guess the previous owner put these on. But when I first bought this car, it was in ideal condition. This was a rental car from some kind of executive leasing company. Clearly, it already had a lot of miles, but it was out of state. In terms of the body, this car has an aluminum body, guys. There's absolutely no rust anywhere on here. That is one of my favorite things about this car. So you can keep it, and I live in New York City. There's a lot of snow, a lot of dirt, a lot of salt here in the winters, and this car will not rust. And so far, I've had it for 10 years, no issues at all, other than clearly misfires, you know, every 2 years or so when you gotta replace the coils, but no big deal.
If you're doing some long distance cruising, then being comfortable is what you care about. Check out this sliding armrest, guys. This thing is like really, really comfortable. You see that? There's a little latch right over here. You basically just depress it like this, and it slides back and forth. It still opens. Look at that inside there. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter what's inside. Let's not even check that out. Oh, actually, you know what? Why not? This might bring back some memories right over here. I have some alternative punk rock. The rest are probably just CDs I burned years ago, because this car doesn't have Bluetooth, even though it's pretty weird because it has voice controls right over here on the steering wheel. It says voice control. It does work. I never really use it. Let's go on a cruise. I got to get some gas for my 5th scale RCs, and of course for this car. This thing is thirsty, guys. 2,500 RPM, the thing is spinning the wheels in automatic. I don't even want to put on the manual mode right now. It's going to be scary. This thing pushes like so good when you're accelerating. This car has a near 50-50 weight distribution, which is really optimal for handling. They call this the sport suspension, but to be honest with you, it's pretty soft. I don't know what they meant by sport suspension. Maybe they meant extra soft. And the engine, man, it sounds so good. This car has the factory exhaust. A lot of people put on aftermarket systems, but that's not the kind of stuff I like doing. I like originality. To me, originality is where you want it to be. Now, if Doug DeMuro wants to test this car, hey man, come over. I live in New York City. I might even wash this car for you. I never wash them because what's the point? They're gonna be parked outside anyway. Oh yeah, slow burnout right there. Of course, we're gonna pull into the gas station. Avoid all the Ford Explorers that are currently undercover. Full service, yeah. I'm not going to full service, get out of here. I'm a Fitzcale RC guy, I don't do full service. I pump my own gas, it's fun. We got the 93,307. Now, of course, this is definitely price gouging. There's like a 50 cents difference between regular and premium. Should never be more than a 30-cent difference. Here we go. We got the premium, the good stuff. Oh yeah, money down the drain. It's okay if you want to ride in style. This is what it takes, right? We're not gonna put that much in. I generally don't keep above a half a tank in this car, you know, just in case you have a breakdown, you gotta get towed. You don't wanna have too much gas in case your fuel pump breaks and you have to get the tank removed. And of course, I also filled up my red tank for my Fitzcale RCs. Are you ready? You saw that? Power steering wheel. This actually is good for fat people because when they get out, the steering wheel retracts, and if you're fat, this is easier for you. Lincoln thought of everything. Now check this out. Currently the parking sensors are on. When I'm too close to something in the back, it should start beeping. Let's see how long it takes. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to beep. As I get really close, the beep is gonna get faster, and then it's gonna be a solid beep. There is a button on the roof here. I can't turn it off, but the transmission shifts so smooth in this car. Now, these cars are known to have transmission problems. I've never had any of them, and I've never even replaced the transmission oil in this car. It does have a sealed transmission, so it's not one of those that you could actually check the transmission oil. All right, we're in the select shift mode. I'm gonna turn off the traction, which Ford calls advanced track, right over here. Advanced track turned off. Oh yeah, that pull. Oh, second gear, third gear. All right, time to slow it down. Going too fast on a 25. But man, that pull was good, and I was honestly barely even accelerating. That wasn't even above 3,000 RPM. Okay, I'm gonna do one spirited acceleration pull here. Let's go into the manual mode, turn the automatic traction control off. Okay, we're in first gear. You can start from second gear, but we're gonna do first for now. Let's go. Oh man, above the 3K RPM, this thing just pulled. Wow. It felt like VTEC. All right, enough destroying my car. I'm gonna go park and have some lunch. See ya.